here's some gas in the tank and a little bit of money to sleep over in bed and breakfasts. And you can go and talk to really desperate poor people in the heartland of KZN and ask them why they've been driven, why they've been burnt out of their homes.
Please go check out rebelstoreza.com. Their winter range is now available. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Real Moments. Real Moments are sections from longer interviews done on my channel that I think you guys might find interesting. Your Real Moment is in.
And I found that with art and with comedy, which is, I think, something you tap into, you can sort of break the mold. You know, people sometimes get stuck in these very prefabricated, mechanistic ways of thinking, where it's just like prompt and response, and there's no room for thought in between. It's just the same processed cheese every time. And South Africa's art scene, I found to be the most interesting part of returning to South Africa after living in the States for 5 years. It was so vibrant and people were surprising each other so often. It was just so interesting. And yet the journalism about it was completely reductive. It was completely like, well, this white person painted a black person, painted Jacob Zuma with his willy hanging out, he's a racist. Or, you know, this black person painted a black person suffering. This is automatically great art because it's shining a spotlight on the legacy of apartheid, without really asking questions about technique or emotion or manipulation or what's really going on there. And so I fought hard to become an art critic. It's a small space, and a lot of gallery owners and old art critics sort of told me there's really just room for one that's actually going to be able to make ends meet per generation.
While I have you here, why don't you please go down in the description below and check out Support My Channel, where you can support me for as little as 40 Rand a month. And also you get some perks, but you got to use the Cricut link to get access to these perks. Again, links in the description below. And don't forget, subscribing is always free.
And I got there. I was writing regularly for the Star and the Sunday Independent. And then the chief editor of the Sunday Independent, Wale Mbele, with whom I had a good working relationship, was somewhat muscled out. There's different versions of the story. I think it's fair to say he was muscled out by sort of part of the takeover. Dlamini Zuma writes, 2017, politics was getting very important and was replaced by someone who really had no interest in what I was doing. And so politics had made it impossible for me to continue looking at art professionally. And so I thought, well, damn that. I must then write about politics. And I did so as a freelance for a couple of months, and then found the Institute of Race Relations was willing to send me into the rural heartlands, which I couldn't afford to do by myself. They sort of said, here's some gas in the tank and a little bit of money to sleep over in bed and breakfasts. And you can go and talk to really desperate poor people in the heartland of KZN and ask them why they've been driven, why they've been burnt out of their homes, and why the government's done nothing about that, and what they think about expropriation without compensation, which was the new issue of the day. And really, I think the most important thing to block, to make the arguments to block in my line of work. So yeah, since then I've been at the IRR and doing all that.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was your Real Moment. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please feel free to share it with your friends, family, or whoever you think might find it interesting. Give the video a like. It goes a long way to supporting the channel and helping it grow. And this is your second reminder to please subscribe to my channel. I've got a lot more content coming your way. And please go check out the Telegram channel. It's a channel, not a group. You just get notified of all the upcoming uploads and live streams on this channel. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, stay safe, be kind to one another, and I'll see you at the next one. Cheers.